Hello and good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great week. I hope you had a great first week, and we are going to have a banging time with EP2 week 2. We are, in fact, got such a fun time. I'm faking my enthusiasm. I'm actually very tired, as I'm sure we all are, and I don't feel like being high energy, but teachers have to fake energy, fake enthusiasm, which is the positivity of it. We talk about songs this week and how we can use songs and music in general in the classroom. I'm sorry if my visage is not inappropriate. It's not inappropriate. If it's disgusting, it's actually much worse. It's rather warm in this room, and I'm going to start sweating very quickly, so I'll try to make my picture smaller when I can. So, songs and music in the classroom. Let's talk about that. There's our benefits of using music. Now, this class is going to focus on English learning songs for children, and that's a specific genre with specific goals in mind, but using music in general can be quite helpful. So, one, it can help improve concentration. There's been plenty of studies about European classical music and the nice, more calming, peaceful classical music can help improve concentration and can help drown out white noise or drown out background noise, as it were. This can help also, using music can help improve memory. This is using chants, especially. If we remember a rhythm, this can help us remember the words and remember the information. This is a big thing about poetry, especially. If any of you remember the Greek epics, like the Odyssey, then that's a long poem, and the bards, the performers, they wouldn't read it. They had it memorized, and they perform it from memory. And they could do this because it's a poem, because it has a rhythm, and that helped them remember what was supposed to be said. Just remembering natural speech, remembering conversation, that's more difficult for humans to do. And so that's why we have things called actors, and their job is to remember words and try to deliver the words in a natural means. Music can also help motivate learning. This is true for musically inclined people. I have a few friends who they studied Korean because they were interested in K-pop, and so that's how they got started, and it helped motivate their learning. My motivation was living in Korea. It's different motivation. But with some people, music can help motivate their learning. It can also be relaxing. And so music can help relax the students, especially if they are coming off a high energy time. Then music can help bring down that energy and help focus on something where they need to sit down and think things through or be quiet. Also, fifthly, music can help learning be fun, as it were. Not for everyone, remember that, but for some people it can be. Not everyone is musically inclined. I played trombone and tuba from elementary school through middle school, and I didn't like it. I like music just fine. I'm just not a musical person. I can't sing, and I'm not allowed in Norabongs. I'm banned because it's just embarrassing. So I actually don't enjoy the songs, and the EFL, ESL songs in particular, but we're going to talk about that as well. So even if you're not musically inclined, like me, we can still use songs and music in class. So let's dig in, shall we? There's a bug. Now, when to use music? We're not going to use music all the time. We don't just have it playing all the time, especially depending on the genre of music. So But firstly, when we are introducing a new theme or topic, this can be very nice, a fun way to introduce new vocabulary, a new concept, a new idea, so the students get excited about what they're going to learn about. We're going to have some songs in this class, but because of YouTube's being YouTube, I don't want to play the game of my video getting deleted because of the copyright holders and da. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting thing. I'm going to show you the video, and it's going to be on eClass with another link. So as we get to a song, you are going to pause this video, and you are going to find the correct song, watch the song, listen to the song, and then we'll come back to this video. So it's a bit complicated, but it will work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So we talked about before when to use music when we're introducing a new theme or topic. When we're, if we're going to start talking about animals or food, there's different songs we can use. When we need to change the class mood, this is something, especially when we need to calm down students or we need to wake them up. We can use different songs, different musics to help change the mood of the class. Classes and student bodies have personalities of themselves. When I say student bodies, I mean a group of students. So even if we were to meet in person, I teach 2 different EP2 classes. The 2 sections would behave differently despite having very similar students, age and background and all those things. Just a different group of people has a group personality, and depending on that personality, the teacher will need to manipulate, motivate, and adjust as needed. Thirdly, teaching and building vocabulary. Songs and music can be very helpful for that. There's lots of songs that can help. Pinkfong is a Korean company that's got very popular around the world because of the little shark. And so it's something that we will come back to. Songs can also be helpful for reviewing material that you learned and helping the students remember and build their schema in different ways. Schema is the background knowledge. So if they associate the vocabulary with other things, they're more likely to remember it. The more you need something, the more you need to use it, it's going to be in your brain deeper and better, and you're going to use it, you'll be able to get it more readily. I'm sure there's more esoteric vocabulary that you had to learn, but you don't use anymore, so you forgot it. That happens. So it's quite similar. Fifth, songs can be useful for teaching pronunciation and intonation, something that we have as language learners. A lot of Korean English speakers speak very flatly. They say, "Hello, my name is da 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 da." Now, if you've taken EP1 already, you learned about intonation, the ups and downs of how we talk, and some languages are much more tonal based, where intonation changes the meaning of words and changes vocabulary. English doesn't, but to sound natural, we do have intonation. If you don't, you sound like a robot, and that's, in fact, where we get that robot talk. So with that, let's take a look at some different songs. So the first song is this. Hello, Super Simple Songs. So with this song, please go to your eClass and find this song. It'll be in its own video file, and listen to the song. It is 1 minute and 18 seconds long. I'll still be here, so go ahead and pause me, and then we'll come back to it. All right. So this song, what does this song introduce? What is this song talking about? It has It's talking about hello, greeting someone and asking hello. It's hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? And so it's saying hello, it's greeting someone. And then they give 3 different answers for each verse. So a total of 6 content words. So are there any gestures in this song? But yeah, there is. Again, it's hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful, wonderful. We have a lot of practice here in this. We've got gesture, we have content words, because especially in Korea about 10 years ago and before, if someone said, hello, how are you? What was the answer that a Korean would give, a Korean student would give? They say, I'm fine, thank you, and you? Because it's a rote, robotic answer. This song introduces other answers you can give, and depending on how you're feeling. If you're not feeling good, you can say, I'm not so good. And that's okay. Let's take a look at another song and see how it goes. Do you know who this guy is? Yeah, that's right. That's Bomo. No, not Belmo. Oh, Elmo. He's from Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street. So, find this song? Listen to it yourself. I think you know it already, but it's a little bit different. So, go ahead and give it a listen. Right! So, what does that song introduce? Well, it's the Hokey Pokey. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And has all those other things, body parts. That's what it's talking about. Are there any gestures used in the song? There are lots. What are the content words, though? What vocabulary is introduced? We have collocations. Collocations are basically phrases of words that go together naturally. For example, clap your hands. That's what we do. We clap our hands. Can we clap our feet? We don't say it. Can you do it right now? I'm sure you could. I'm very proud of you. I had elementary school students do that. Like, teacher, I can clap my feet. And they do that. Anyways, but it's not something we say. What do we do with our feet? In the song they say, stomp your feet. Stomp your feet. And that goes to, that they go together. They're words that go together. The verb and the noun. Is there a grammatical reason? No. It's just how things are. That's why we call it a collocation. So, also we clap your hands, stomp your feet, flap your wings, shout hooray. Those are all different content words, collocations. So it's helping build that knowledge of the students that certain words go together while other words don't go together. All right. And let's bring up this song, Good Morning Song. This is a better... Get Huggy, get out of here. Yeah. So this is the Good Morning Song, Wake Up. This one's a bit different. This one is a much more contextual based. You're not going to play this song at any time of the day. So go ahead, give it a listen and a watch, and I'll be here. All right. That's a very high energy song, much higher energy than the others so far. What's being taught? Well, what's being sung about? Not every song needs to teach something quite explicitly. This is just, you can just have a happy song, and that's okay. So this song is saying good morning, what happens? Good morning, shiny morning, happy morning. The birds chirp, say, come on, get up. The bees buzz, come on, get up. Da 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 ba 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 ba. It's morning. When would you? Are there any gestures with the song? We don't see it exactly. We don't see any gestures. Could you make gestures? Absolutely, yes, you could. what's being taught here? What content words are being taught here? There are a couple. There are automatopoeic words here. Automatopoeic are sound words. So the birds chirp, chirp. The bees buzz, buzz. Those are automatopoeic, but then they're not the focus of the song. The song is a mood changer. It's an energy getter. It's to make kids wake up. That's basically it. So you wouldn't play this at 2 p.m. You play this at, 9 a.m. So there you go. If we were ever meet in person, unfortunately we're not now, but we had got a first period class. I play this song. All right. Now, this next song is a bit interesting. Towers of the World. Towers of the World. This one, you know the rhythm already. You know the beat already. You've heard it 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, 1,000,000,000,000, a Google times before. But the lyrics have changed. So go ahead and give this song a listen, and then we'll come back. All right. So Towers of the World. What is this song talking about? It's talking about towers of the world, and it follows the rhythm of Baby Shark, do 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 do. But they're doing Eiffel Tower, la 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 la, and Oriental Pearl Tower in China, da 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 da, and it ends with Lotte World Tower. Lotte sponsored the song, so that's how it works out. So, are there any gestures in this? Not so much. There is the rocking back and forth, but things. Is there any content words? Yes, there are. There are a lot of content words here talking about describing each of the towers, what makes them special, what their their characteristics are. So this could be a fun song, especially if you're talking about geography class, about traveling around the world. This song can be useful in that way. In the books, which will be uploaded in time for your class for this video lecture, there are different activities. I want you to be able to find and read these activities, and then we'll be able to discuss them on the discussion board. So let's make sure we don't forget about that. That's a note to me, not to you. What if you're not musically inclined, however, though? Like me, I don't enjoy the songs. There's different things we can do. Pre-teach the vocabulary. Make sure that students understand what a tower is. Tower is pretty basic because we have the loanword tawa in Korean. Actions and gestures. Even though I don't like singing, I can move along with the words and do different actions. We can make picture cards for each lyric, for each line rather, and that can help us move along with the song and to help this, and allows us to not sing. Also, you can try singing without the music, to sing a cappella. This is easier to control the speed of the song, but it's important if you're singing a cappella that you have the gestures for it. You have the gestures for it. And with that, let's talk very quickly about something that's coming up. Now, this is EP2, English Practice. This is a practical section. And so in this practical section, you are going to be teaching. But in the past, we did this through in-class teaching. This time, sadly, we cannot. So you're going to have to make video lessons. You're going to make 2, maybe 3 video lessons, short micro lessons, 2 or 3 or 5 minutes long, nothing too long. Your first one will be using a song. And so I'm still trying to figure out if it's best to use YouTube or other apps, but you will notice on eClass, there will be a lesson plan, a short and brief lesson plan for this lecture about what I'm talking about and how we can use it. You'll need to make a lesson plan for your song lesson and you'll need to teach something. We'll talk about this more as we go along, but I want you to be aware of the class materials available to you. So every one of these lectures has a lesson plan, and it'd be nice if you were to look at the lesson plan after the video lecture and see how my timing was and all those wonderful things. Lesson plans don't need to be 100%. They're a plan, and plans change depending on feelings, the real situation, how the students are reacting to certain parts. If something's too difficult or not difficult enough, we adjust the lesson. But the lesson plan is just that. It's a plan. An introduction about introductions. When we're introducing a lesson, they need to be high energy. They need to be short. They need to generate interest. An introduction isn't the lesson. You're not teaching in the introduction. So of a 40-minute class, your introduction should never be more than 5 minutes. The shorter, the better. You need to generate interest. It needs to be the hook, the cold open of a television show, for example. You need to get the audience interested in your material. Now, as a teacher, you need to get your students interested in the material, especially young learners. They need to be convinced, sometimes very convinced, about wanting to learn. They need to have some interest into it. So you need to make things interesting to them. So you need to gather into that. So we'll talk more about that later, but that's a brief explanation about introductions. They need to be high energy, short, generate interest in the lesson. High energy, short, generate interest in the lesson. So what did we talk about today? We talked about songs. We talked about using songs and music in the classroom. We also talked about what introductions of lessons are. Well, we're going to build a lesson plan, and we're going to, in each class for the next few weeks, we're going to talk about the different parts of a lesson and how they go together, how they fuse together to make a lesson. So your bit of homework, so to speak, is to go onto the discussion boards and answer the questions and talk about the questions I post on there. Remember, and this is quite important, the discussion board is your class participation, which is an important part. It's 20% of your grade. So I want you to, that's hopefully a way to encourage you to participate. Hopefully. I hope we have an excellent week. I'm not going to see you, but I hope you see me again next week. Please stay safe. We here in Gyeonggi-do and the Sudoguan area in Seoul, it's things are all haka-hui with the COVID, so please be careful. Please. All right. Have a good week. Thank you and goodbye.